Yo, what's up, guys? Chord Master here. So I got my hands on the Yamaha Montage M8X, and it's an incredible piece of hardware. Let me show you what it looks like. It's just extremely good, man. The weighted keys on here are just incredible. The interface is dope. You got two screens. You got just some amazing sounds on here. And instead of waiting around and like learning everything I need to learn about this and then making a video or maybe going on to something else at that point, I wanted to talk about my first month with this so far and kind of where I'm at with it, and not even do a full-on overview. Let me just show you what the back of this looks like really quick, just so y'all could see, and just kind of have a casual chat about things I like about it, things I don't like about it. Power cable, power switch, two USB ports, another USB port to host, MIDI stuff. Ooh, let's come a little underneath here. We can't really see. Foot switch, assignable, sustain, foot controllers. Boom, you got those. And then you got your audio inputs. You have your assignable outputs, balance, and then you have your main output and headphones all the way on the side. So right off the bat, coming from having a Roland Phantom, which I still have, but it is in the other studio now. What are like my early thoughts between the two? So I love having a workstation that I could produce from just the keyboard itself, and I don't need anything else connected to it, right? And the Roland Phantom really shined in that category. I made a lot of great sounding music on there, a lot. Some of the songs from there actually made it to my album, which coincidentally, boom, is right up there, poster for it at least. And I really love that about the Phantom. One of the things I didn't like about the Phantom is the fact that the sounds on there were great, but there weren't a lot of, I guess we'll say, inspiring key arpeggiator with drums and bass, like that type of thing. There wasn't a lot of those. Maybe you can program them, but I'm not really into programming like that, right? I want to kind of just have a nice sound and just jam out on it. So for example, let me give you an example of what I mean. So if I go to right here to category and I scroll to, I guess, piano and go all the way down, there are, let's see, ARP on. So as I'm scrolling, some of these have this ARP on, which to me means that there's an arpeggiator, not to me, well, it actually does mean that there's an arpeggiator attached to it. So let me turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud. Okay, am I? Oh no, I'm sorry. So that's not the right example. Tear It Up should be the one that we are on. So from here, watch. So you get the idea. Usually with both hands, it even sounds better because it's like brings in the bass more. You got scenes on here that are ready to go that change up the sound and the drums of what you're playing and what you're hearing, what you're playing over. Then you got this knob, which is amazing because it can be controlled, to do a lot of different things. So where this shines early on for me is it shines in the department of sounds and of playability with a lot of stuff like that. Like not just with piano sounds, but with like, synth sounds and musical effects and ethnic sounds and, all different things. There's like a lot of that stuff programmed in here, which for me is amazing. Now, what the jury is still out on is this pattern mode. So I haven't wrapped my brain around how this works. I'm spending some time trying to learn it. Like I forced myself to like sit in the studio here and like not leave until I understand it, and it didn't work. I still don't fully get it. Even with looking at both the user guide and the full-on manual, it's not very clear to me. Like to be able to come in here and just quickly assign things here, different sounds to each of these parts, and then lay down a 4-bar loop. For some reason, when I try to do that, I just don't understand the workflow between this pattern and the performance name. Maybe that's on me to like read more of the other sections, not just the pattern section. I don't know. But if anyone has the keyboard and they are willing to shed some light, I would love some clarity on this. Because once I understand that better, then I could start really using this keyboard the way that I intend to, which is like produce directly from it. Now, that being said, in the meantime, you probably saw some Teenage Engineering equipment over here. So for what it's worth, And actually, I just thought of it again today, like to not overcomplicate things. But my original plan was to send the audio out from here into my OP1, send the output of the OP1 and the OPZ into the mixer, and then send the USB output of the mixer to the phone or wherever it's being recorded. That way I can do musical things on here and record them directly to tape on there, or sample them directly on there on the OP1. I can also play my OPZ beats that I've created on there and improvise over them. And I could also add effects to things, like perform it with the mixer. So like that workflow makes a ton of sense. Perhaps I'm going to step back from that a little bit and just have the OP1 here and just do the first thing that I mentioned, at least like not like overdo it. And so that would allow me to kind of, while I'm exploring creating just from here, I can still now come here and just sift through different sounds and be like, oh, this sounds cool. Let me play a chord progression, record it to tape, loop it, add drums to it, et cetera, and bring my voice in too, of course, because I have my microphone connected. Speaking of microphone, while we're on the topic, one thing about this keyboard that I don't like is that it doesn't have an XLR port on the back, which the Roland Phantom does. And I think that's quite like questionable. Like, why doesn't this have an XLR port? Maybe I'm missing something, but I think XLR ports are still used. It will be really nice to be able to just have this connected and, have phantom power handled and stuff, but this does not have that capability. So I need to like route it into that thing over there, that mixer, that audio interface there. And then send it out of that into here, which means that my computer needs to be on when I'm just using this. So it's kind of like not the best. Now, granted, I can use something like this, which I'm thinking about as well. Again, it's always like exploring workflows, right? This could be like a teenage engineering sort of setup here where I can, it would be cool actually if it was a way to get two microphones on here. That would kind of resolve my issue as I'm thinking. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but if there was a way to put this mic on here, right, I can send this directly, because this has mini XLR, but it also has the irregular 3.5 there. So I could send this, and I've tried that as well on here, and it sounded very, very good, of course, because this mic is incredible, and send this directly through the Phantom. Perhaps I might even do that and just try it out. Yeah. Or maybe use just, I don't know. I was going to say you put this microphone on here and maybe take this mic off and like have it on. But no, like I like having this as like, I like being able to move this around actually. So yeah, I'll figure that out, but that's neither here nor there. But yes, that's one thing that I think is missing on here. And then what else can we talk about? That's kind of what I wanted to share so far, right? The sounds are incredible. The key bed, the action is incredible. And just the look of it, you feel like you're in a, command station here, which is like so cool. I put this here just recently, like this music rest. So now I can like practice my music and stuff here. Before this was here, I couldn't really adequately practice. So yeah, in a great creative space here. If there's anything specific that y'all want to see or hear about this keyboard, definitely let me know. I mean, I would love to even do, if you guys are interested in seeing some of those videos or some of the examples of like this connected to the OP1, right? And kind of just like playing some stuff and then showing how you loop it on there, and then kind of digging a little bit deeper with like the lift all merge drop, I think they call it, right? To be able to like add layers of sounds and like kind of get some really cool stuff going there. I think I'm going to actually connect it right now and do it, right? I think the only thing with that is, okay, once I'm using that as my sort of main setup here, then that requires me to take these headphones and like do something else with them, because I wouldn't be using them here anymore, because this doesn't have a 1/4 inch for the headphone out, right? So I'd have to, I have other headphones, of course, that I can use. All right. Yeah. So appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if there's anything, like I said, specific that y'all like to see with this. If this video was enjoyable or helpful or any of those good things, definitely leave a like and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you enjoyed most about the video. I would be super appreciative of that. Also, check out channel memberships on my channel as a way to support, and as well as get quality, what do I have on my channel? Quality perks and things like that, right? I should know that, but that's fine. We'll keep this in just as is. We're just being authentic. This is the year of authenticity. I've declared it thusly. All right. I'm gonna go get like some apple juice, and then I'm gonna go make this connection here right now and get started. And again, I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Boom.